let's start loading things up here.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time trying to think what I want to do here. God, this is simple math. Anyways, lap time. It's previous milliseconds or current time minus previous milliseconds. And here's my mouse worked.
If you drink my coffee, you're getting off this desk.
Yep. Something to the.
No, I haven't even had any of that yet.
They call it lapse time. You handle that.
So you're working on tonight the game loop?
Yeah, I'm just throwing this game loop together. Yeah, it's been kind of worrying me because I have never built a game loop before. I know it's not really a big thing at all, but just trying to understand how everything works and how that whole message cycle will work.
Yeah,
So,
getting the message pump going and
yeah, so it's been hard for me to get into actually thinking about this because it takes a little bit of time to learn it. So I know it's going to take me like an hour and a half to learn what I need to do and try to get everything. And for me to try to get an hour and a half of straight time to think,
yeah,
and it's like near impossible. So it's been like, it's much easier just to procrastinate than it is to push things away.
yeah. I've been trying to think of a decent way to do this camera.
Okay, we don't need to loop over. That's going to happen automatically because it's a loop. Render graphics. I'm not going to do anything with that. I don't think there's anything special I need to do. Not sure, but that's where we want to put in timing for when we want to push messages out. Or do I just want to have that handled completely by something else? Doesn't matter. So since we're communicating over a network, and this network is going to be actually pretty slow, it's the internet, I don't want to push messages out like 40 times a second because there'd be no way for us to keep up.
True.
So I got to think of some way to. Do I have to solve this now? I don't think so, but we have to come up with a good way of like throttling the connection. Yeah. Actually, I don't think that needs to be solved here. And I'm just going to put a sleep of 10 milliseconds in here just to some processor time. Alright, so I should have a game loop.
There we go.
The thing is, it should start relatively quick, so I don't think this is a big deal. Optimization, so. Let's make sure we can get our original screen. Try to make a cached copy. Yeah, a little ship comes in. I've got to get those offset zero text on our buttons back in place.
Yeah, I need to figure out a way to measure fonts and stuff.
Yeah, I was actually having kind of fun. I put together a slightly different. It's the same stuff you have on the loading screen. Everything's in the same spot.
Mhm.
Put it together one where everything was bouncy, like everything bounced in, and it looked like Jello. It was kind of cool.
Oh, it's the one that's still under.
This one is. This
Oh.
was kind of just the ship comes in, and then everything. I wanted to be like pulled through. It's like
Yeah, like a drag.
a drag type thing. But still, I was just playing with the animation, the tweening, since I've never done anything with that before.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to get more into the actual like giving it a path because I don't like the whole elastic look of it.
Well, you can change that by adjusting
I
the
know.
easing factor.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't really want to play around too much with that. Like the ship, the spaceship comes in and it bounces backwards. You know, it's like the spaceship wouldn't do that. Buttons maybe a logo, but the ship doesn't, fly forward and then hit it brakes and bounce backwards and then bounce back forward again. Unless it gets destroyed. Anyways, so a single player game. Select a ship. Start and hello world. Good. So your hello world, your game screen,
Yeah.
is that appearing after it gets the load message? I mean the load map? Or is that just hard coded right now?
It's hard coded to go there on, I believe, the waiting screen, the waiting lobby.
So this is the waiting screen. Let me just look at that.
Yeah, during the update, I checked to see if the map's loaded,
Okay.
and then I was gonna send a start level, but I couldn't get it to quite work right, and so I was wanting to work on some of the gameplay stuff, like the actual screen stuff. So
All right.
I just
So
hard
let me
coded in for now until.
see what messages we have.
And I started trying to get like a start level across, but it wasn't working the way I thought it would. So
So we got a update game stats. Pong pong pong. Join game, load level. You sent me a message. Oh, what was that? Update game stats? Nope. So it doesn't look like you're getting a start game message. Let's see if we can get that in place.
there's also I added in a UI console to it, so
You
on the
added a what?
gameplay's basically a UI console. It goes through and you can add lines to it, and it'll for like debugging and stuff. That's what the Hello
Okay.
World is.
Oh, okay.
It was testing that out. And it does like all the updates to the text in the background, so you can actually feed it like live data, and it'll update all the sprites appropriately.
Okay, so you did not get a start level message. Or, conversely, do we just not have that? You should have received something. So, let's see. Click the button, start. I didn't hit a breakpoint. Map loaded and ready.
Let's see.
So I didn't get that message back? Why not? I want. No, I did. I got map loaded and ready, and I got no game ID. What? Is that the problem? Oh, so I also put in Visual Studio all the messages that are received by the hub gets dumped out to the output window,
Okay.
so you can see everything that's happening in the server,
Sweet.
except for the pings and pongs. Okay. Roger, Roger. I get that. Let's see. So game ID was not populated when it came through here. That means, let's check it out. Let's see why. I haven't sent you the game ID. Start. Let's try that again. Remember, you're gonna have to debugger out first. There's that. Start debugger. Game ID is undefined. Join the game. Ah, look at your join the game message. Xeno has no game ID. Why not?
All right. Now we should be able to see what the game object is doing.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I'm trying to create a low-end camera by checking the vertical or horizontal, and then adjusting all of the game objects and stuff off the screen. And
Okay.
then basically how fast they scroll down will be based on their speed and your speed. So in theory, the player is never moving off the screen. It's just all the background is basically scrolling at you.
Okay.
And it crashed.
Figure out why that game ID is not being passed. Start game ID. That's a pretty big game ID.
Now I
So
see
this thing
Windex is
probably-
back tonight.
Yep. Windex appeared on here like a minute after I started streaming.
Wow, nice. Wow, I don't think those numbers are right.
Joined. Oh, I bet you are join game. Huh.